Don't you just love choices? Wait, you can't tell I'm being sarcastic? Oh. Now I'm gonna say, I did look up for what choice to get for this one. And that's all. I'll admit to that because just looking at it when I was doing some recording before this, dear God. So I have to edit that bit out. I was literally raging. But if you want to see that, then ask me. Well, tell me. Put it in the comments. Whatever. I don't care. But we gotta go with this one. Do you want to go into the city? The bus stops. The bus stops? Really? That raging has ruined my mind already. Already? My God. The bus stop, standing by the school gates like a mute sentinel, puts a strange idea in my mind. Ah, sentinel. Eisen. Not to be confused with bleach Eisen. Do you want to head into town and look for a bookshop or something? We have the rest of the day free. It's a long shot, as Hanako doesn't like going into the city. Oh, dear God. I get the feeling the internet lied to me. I count the fact that we managed to get her out there even when it was so dark as a small miracle, but I genuinely want to spend more time with her. Anyway, she's likely to refuse and go back to... Okay. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Really? Really? Let's go. I can't work out why Hanako has decided to agree with me. Why do I always look down? It's mute. It's not muted, man. With me, I'm on about my mic. Yeah, I should really check that before recording, but I do. But that just defeats what I just said then. Yeah, my logic is to be concerned about, but still, no one questions me. But I'm not about to ask her to change her mind. Ah, you like me, you didn't plan that far ahead. Oh yeah, it's a bookstore. People, shut up. I'm trying to speak. Stepping off the bus, I immediately noticed that a lot of people are around us. Really, what was your first guess? In hindsight, it should have been obvious. Of course, lots of people will be downtown on a Saturday afternoon. Oh dear. Hanako retreats close to my side. That is a +1. And I can feel her hand clutching my arm tightly. Her body is held against mine, and her head is bowed so low that her hat hides most of her scarring. So, where should we go? The bookshop? Hanako's present and my other general living expenses have pretty much drained my budget, but I should be able to afford a few books. There's something I try to reserve a few funds for anyway. For a second, I think Hanako didn't hear me, but then I looked to my side and noticed her nodding almost... My God, Google Translate, be right back. Almost imperceptibly! Okay, do you know of one? I don't think we do. Actually, I do. Never mind. We passed a few when Lily and I were looking for your presents. Oh dear. Hanako's expression clouds a fraction. I've got to remember to stop bringing up her birthday. You both spent a lot of time? Or maybe I misjudged the situation. You do nearly all the time. We wanted to make sure we got the right present for you after all. Smile! Hanako smiles and blushes a bit. It's a small treasure when she does. Treasure? I'd say victory. Anyway, there should be a bookshop just up ahead. Do you want to check it out? Sure. The crowds start to build as we head towards the bookshop. People, I'm a lord, out the way. Along the raised walkways, Hanako latches her other arm onto me as well, making our progress a little slower. How the hell could she do that? I mean, the latch, I don't know. Yeah, I've just pitched it in my mind then. As we walk, the sound of the traffic makes me think of a possible distraction for her. I was wondering, Hanako, have you thought yet about when you're going to learn to drive? Driving? I don't think that was a good distraction. But a good question, but not a good distraction. Yeah, you're kind of lucky in a way. There aren't a whole lot of students in Yamaku that are allowed to drive. It's not the best topic of conversation, but I want to try and distract Hanako from the situation and talk about something else. She's really highly strung right now. Then again, all I've really done is make her feel awkward, since she's probably never thought about it. I wish I hadn't said anything. Good man. Before long, we are before one of the bookshops Lily and I passed by during our search. And Griswold's shop. What kind of self-respecting bookshop closes on a Saturday? On Saturdays? Bookshops don't make much money anymore because of the internet. You're saying that's a bad thing? Maybe they just had to close over weekends. She seems pretty knowledgeable about technology. Well, why wouldn't she be? I guess it's a pursuit that would lend itself well to someone who enjoys solitude. I beg your pardon, what are you trying to say? Wait, were you talking about her? Never mind. What? Awkward. Huh. I guess that makes sense. It's easier to find books online. Anyway, it looks like this idea is shot. Anything else you'd like to do? If it's not a bother, could you show me where you bought my present? Actually, it's probably right next to us. Sure, not a problem. It's not far from here. Yeah, we just turn around and there it is. Told you. I head off in the direction of the store, only half sure of its exact location. I don't want a repeat of the last time spending half the day walking around aimlessly. You're window shopping. Here we are, Ofletto's Antiques. It's small. Well, yes. It took Lily and I some time to find it. Can we go in? I don't see why not. It's open. You took the words right out of my mouth, except for the open bit. Hanako pushes through the door and enters before me. Once again, the store is empty save for the store owner. Griswold, we have returned. His face drops a little when he sees me. Oh, you're not here to return... Oh, you're not here for a return, are you? Wait, that's not the girl you had with you that last time? No. We're not here to return anything. We were just in town and wanted to have another look in here. The store owner considers this for quite a long time. Considers? Why does he need to consider? I guess he's not used to high school students coming to his shop on a regular basis. Probably. Might this be the friend you bought the gifts for? That's right. They were presents for her. Oh my god. That face. The store owner turns to Hanako, who freezes on the spot like a deer caught in the headlights. Try not to laugh. That sounds hilarious. He moves to address her, but stops before doing so, looking a little taken aback. Taken aback. He catches himself staring and looks to the side, addressing us indirectly. Yes, his expression is awkward and tense, as is his entire body. Tongue twister. I want to be mad at him, but I know full well that I had the same instinctive reaction when I first saw her. First surprise, then curiosity, then an awkward look as I dealt with what I'd seen. I didn't even notice it. Hanako looks less panicked than before, but I think the feeling she's giving off now is worse. It's not anger nor annoyance. If anything, it's one of apology. You're a lucky day, young lady, to have friends that care about you so much as they do. Thank you. If I hadn't spent so much time with Hanako, I wouldn't even have realized that she said anything. Then again, the store owner's mumble was hardly clear either. Thanks in part to being directed away from us. I butchered that. Hanako strikes out into the Yes, into the store, gazing in wonder at the various items on display. She finds the doll section and spends lingering minutes studying each and every one. Meh. It's a side of Hanako I've only barely been introduced to. I was astonished when Lily said she liked dolls, and even more so to find her collection sitting on her dresser. Everyone must have a hobby. She looks a little better now that she's distracted and out of the store owner's sight, but I'm still quite put off by the whole experience. Meh. I might have my own problems, but I've never had strangers react to me like that, as if I was something completely alien to them. My God. This is a nice shop. Yeah, it's not what I expected. Do you want to buy something? I thought you said we had no money. Are you lying? Do you have a secret stash? I didn't bring any money. Well, we can always come again. Now that I know where to find it, that is. We can? Of course. You can come here as often as you like. Thank you. You don't need to thank me. I almost forgot where this place was. It was right next to you. You even turned the corner. We turned to the right. We saw you. I don't really think either of us completely believes in what we're saying, but rather we're just repeating what we think we should say. Can we go back to school now? Sure thing. Let's go. Retreat into the darkness. I don't know. As we leave for the bus stop, I see the store owner peek through the curtain at the back of the shop. Nosy bastard. What? Griswold, don't kill me. I'm not really sure what that glance he gives to her says. It feels a bit weird, and the fact that Hanako didn't see it is both a relief and a bit frustrating. Phase. Hanako and I stopped walking once we reached the concrete area between the dormitory buildings. There was barely a word said between us on the way back up from the city. Oh dear Lord. Well then, goodbye. Do you want to have some tea or something? How about a game? Hanako shakes her head embarrassedly. I'm tired. Maybe later? I've got homework. Lies. She sounds a little depressed. Oh dear no. Hanako obviously doesn't want to do more, but I suppose she would have a bit of schoolwork to catch up on. She's missed a few days of lessons. Ah, homework. Thanks for reminding me. I've got a stack to do as well. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. See you, Hisao. And in Katawa. I lied. It's not happening. Before I can say goodbye, Hanako has turned and begun walking towards the entrance of the female dormitory building. I look at the door. She disappears through for a bit before going off towards my own dorms. Today was a tiring day. Oh God, what have I done? What the hell? Act 4 Scars. What the hell is going on here? Meh. Jesus Christ, I literally thought the game crashed. I was like, no! I woke up, took my pills, had a nice shower, quickly slipped on my uniform, ate a tasty breakfast, grabbed my bag, and headed off. All as per my usual daily routines. It was only after arriving in class that the normality of the day was thrown off. How so? After taking my seat, I watched my classmates trickle into the room over the next hour until every empty seat was eventually taken, other than Hanako's. I had a funny feeling about that. Sune! I can never get used to the idea that she just doesn't show up to class every now and again. It feels all the more worrying now as well, given that Lily's left. That's my evidence. As Muto continues to drone on, I find my gaze flicking every so often over to her seat. Oh God, Shizune's not going to ask us about that, is she? Well, again, she has an idea, but still, don't worry about it. Just keep on trucking. As if she might appear there at any moment now. Nobody else seems to care at all about her absence, but they have little reason to. Damn, they said the word nobody. I'm holding it in. Hanako being absent from class, after all, is perfectly normal, or at least it was. It was. Her attendance hasn't been all that bad from what I've seen in my time here. That was very loud. But it was apparently much more spotty beforehand. Heh. This is also an ominous wind, ominous time for her to be gone. It's the day before her birthday. I thought we already had her birthday. We said we were doing it on the same day. I'm lost. I really am. And my suspicions are starting to rise. After the breakdown she had in class when it was mentioned, damn, pink hair and blue hair, an increasing amount of my thoughts is taken up by how I can help her, but in the end I feel like I can't do anything. The bell hurdling the beginning of lunchtime rings out, shaking me out of my thoughts. A collective sigh of relief can be heard from the class, though Muto looks quite put off. He dislikes being interrupted in the middle of his exciting lectures, after all. Emphasis. What? Well, why did I say that? I don't know. Just when I'm wondering what I should do on lunch break, given that Hanako and Lily aren't here, the solution presents itself. Oh no. Afternoon, Hee-chan. ... crafty face. Afternoon, Misha, Shizune. You both look as bright as ever. ... Curious, maybe. Didn't I say that? Hee-chan wants to know if you'd like to have lunch with us today. Sure, it'll be good to have some company. Oh, more people. The cafeteria hums with activity, much like my old schools did. Schools? I thought you only went to one. Oh wait, never mind. What am I going about? I'm going crazy. Yamaku is different though, in how strangely civilized the lunchtime rush is. Let's all be civilized now. What one would expect to be an unruly mob chomping at the bit to get to the serving area is rather a neat and organized line. There's a small amount of jostling, and people's heads are often craning around to check on what's happening up ahead, but it's pretty subdued. This is due, no doubt, to the very serious rule regarding such matters in the school. The same strict discipline is observed when students move in the hallways or come to and from their dormitories and the school gate. Doesn't apply to Emmy though, does it? We should have a bayonet ready. While the reasons for it may be slightly off-putting, I've come to quite like this sense of order that's enforced in the school. I didn't really like being told by Shizune and Misha to get their lunches, though. Oh, God. I feel a little used as I take a seat I banged the table. At the table, speaking of the table, where they're sitting, plunking their food down in front of them, and then throw it in their face. Too far? I thought it was perfectly natural. Sweet bread and strawberry milk for Misha, a bowl of ramen and juice for Shizune. I heave a sigh of relief as I put it all down, after the significant difficulty I had carrying it all in addition to my own lunch. Thank you. Misha claps her hands together before popping open the wrapper and digging into her bread ravenously. Yes. Shizune simply gives an appreciative nod before giving her steaming ramen a stir and blowing on it a little to cool it down. That's right, yep. Didn't butcher that, probably did. I opened my own lunch, another packet of sweet bread. That was butchered. I open my own lunch, another packet of sweet bread, and take a bite before washing it down with some juice. The bread is very sweet, well, it's in the bread. It's in the name, sweet bread. What more of a hint do you need? So much that I end up forcing myself to stomach it just to get the experience over with. My God.